Hi guys, it's April. So I was struggling to come up with content, what I thought was important, because I wasn't passionate about anything on my list that I could do. But then I was creeping booktube like I always do because you guys are so much fun to creep. You're welcome. I saw Josh's over at Scribbles Reads video on reading outside of your comfort zone. And then nearly the next day, I saw Whitney over at Witty Novels put out her video on Outgrowing Why A. And the two topics just collided in my brain, and I had to get words out. So this is going to be a ramble about my journey of starting to read outside of my comfort zone because I hit the point where I had seemingly outgrown YA. It doesn't surprise me that most people hit a point of reading YA where it just doesn't seem enough anymore. A lot of times this happens at a certain age range. Sometimes it's just because the sheer density of YA reads has overwhelmed them and they don't see anything new in the content. As we grow up, we start to take it more into our brains and we start to relate to things differently because of life experiences. And part of the reading joy is getting life experiences through reading. So when we reach the point where we're no longer considered YA, those little issues and problems and feelings don't seem relevant to us anymore, and they come across as cliche and flat and something we just don't relate to. So it makes sense to expand our reading and branch out and go more into the area of life that we are at. There is something to be said about going back. It's the same reason we go back to those cheesy Disney movies. It's the same reason we still have our stuffed animals from childhood. There's something warm and cozy about picking up a YA book, especially one that we've read before, and being, yes, there was a point in my life where this really made sense. This really connected with me. This used to be a part of me, and kind of revisiting part of ourselves. But if you stick yourself in just that YA genre and you never branch out, things are going to start to look the same. It's like redoing the 12th grade repeatedly and expecting to learn different things, to take in different content. It's not gonna happen. And that's the joy of realizing that there is more out there. There are these literary reads, there are these adult reads, there are these thriller reads, and dude, there is middle grade reads that we might get something out of that we've been ignoring. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the YA genre. I can't state that enough. I myself hit that point when I hit probably the middle of college where I needed more. YA just seemed tropey. I wasn't getting anything out of it. My college classes were giving me more in-depth reads than I was getting in my entertainment reads. So I started branching out and I started reaching out. But I started to ignore the YA, and then that started feeling really weird. I think it's finding a balance of reads that you really connect with, no matter what category they are. You never truly leave anything behind. There's still emotional connections in places, so there will be YA that you connect to. You just might not connect to the whole range of YA, which is good. This is what makes each of us different. So, all of that ramble to say, branch out, read more, experience life, have a conversation. Heart your beautiful faces. Bye.